Hi everyone, welcome to the High Carbon Steel Love channel. My name is Dave and I'm very happy that you're here. Today we're going to talk about a piece of gear that I have owned for about 21 months, going on 3 years, and that is the Ozark Trail 3-piece stainless steel cook set. The Ozark Trail 3-piece cook set comes with 2 pots. The bigger one is listed at 2 quarts and the smaller one is listed at 1.44 quarts. It comes with a lid that, because of the lip on here, the lid will fit on both pots. And it also comes with a very nice stuff sack. The bigger pot being 2 quarts, that's right around 8 cups of water that this will hold. And that is about the same size as my Pathfinder Bush Pot. So they're very comparable in size, very close to each other, and they both hold 8 cups of water, about the same. 8 cups in the bigger one, and this one, I would say through my experience, this holds about 5 cups of water perfectly. Both pots have the same fold out type of handles, okay? They're rubberized when you first get them, but I made a video on this when I first got it and I cut off the rubber coating that was on the handles. Those will burn up sometimes on me, and I just thought I would do away with them. Also, on the first video I made, when I first opened up the handles, I kept them like that. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't squeeze them together, but when you do squeeze them together, it does make for a very nice handle. They do nest together really well. Perfect one in the other. Stuff sack. Nice generous stuff sack too. It's not a struggle to fit both of these pots in here. And your lid. The lid has one of these little, it reminds me of like a paper clip type of thing on top, but it's no problem. It flips back and forth and it's easy to handle. We'll fit the top right on there. And there we go. I should also mention that this set here is available at Walmart. I believe it's in-store only for under $10. I have cooked over a fire in these pots. I have cooked over a stove, which we're gonna do today in these pots. In cooking over a fire, each of them have this lip right here on the edge. So in my first video, which I'll leave a link for down below, you can easily wrap wire right around here and hang it over the fire with no problem at all. It's a little bit heavy, this set altogether, but I think it's nice heavy duty stainless steel on there. The butterfly handles, they're okay. They make for nice handles once they flip in and out, but this one, the handles have never laid up against the pot when they're folded, which is no big deal at all. And every once in a while, I'll get a pop out on here, but that's easy to put back into. The lid has always worked really well for me. To be completely honest, I've carried this one by itself more than I've carried the 2 of them in a set. This will cook bigger amounts of water. There's plenty of room. A little bit heavier than the Pathfinder Bush Pot. If I'm cooking on a stove, either one of these are going to be fine. But the Pathfinder Bush Pot does have that solid lid to it. It does have the spout. It has the bail, which I love, my favorite part of this, and the butterfly handles that are very fold in and fold out easy. However, the Pathfinder Bush Pot by itself, with some of these advantages, is more expensive than this whole 3-piece kit together. So if affordability is a question for you or a concern for you, there's nothing wrong with this pot at all. It all just depends on how many people, how you cook, what you cook, things like that. Now, most of you know from my previous videos that I do carry the Svea primarily in this weekend HE cook set, which is great. Once again, price might be an issue for some people. This is considerably more expensive than the Ozark Trail 3-piece cook set. Also, it's hard anodized aluminum. Some people may not like cooking in aluminum. I'll take the Walmart cup and I'll throw it right on top. This setup here enables me to cook coffee, make some coffee right in this smaller cup. And then they have the 5-cup Ozark Trail pot to cook some food in. It's not the lightest setup. Being that it's a heavy stainless steel, it's not a lightweight or an ultra light setup here, but it works really well and it's very affordable. So once I have this in, I'll just throw it in the stuff sack. And being that the bigger pot's not in here, there's plenty of room in the stuff sack. Then I can take my cover, or my insulator that I put on the ground for the Svea. And I can take the lid for the Ozark Trail 3-piece cook set. And take it just like this. For affordability, this set, if you have a Svea and you're looking to build a kit around it, maybe you don't like aluminum, maybe you're on a budget, that's another way that this Walmart Ozark Trail 3-piece cook set can work out for you. In the late spring and summertime, this is the only thing I need to do to prime this stove to get it pressurized, is just to warm it up with my hands. It doesn't work alone at this time of year, but I think it does help a little bit. Also, when it's cold out, I don't remove the cap and use the straws that I bring to draw the fuel right from the inside. I carry this little bottle of heat, the heat in the yellow bottle. When it's this cold, I really like using this eyedropper because I don't have to go back into this canister to get a second attempt on there. It's just much easier, much less effort, and I think is more efficient when working with this stove. There it goes. That worked out well. You can hear the roaring as the priming flame burned down. And that's great. And then we're just gonna throw the windscreen on. Carefully, of course. And let that heat up for a minute while we get our meal ready. Herb and butter rice. There's our 2 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of butter, our contents. And then we're gonna bring that to a boil under the lid. It doesn't take long, no matter what you cook on the Svea, especially when it's only 2 cups of water, it doesn't take long at all. This thing is a beast, that Svea 123R, I love it. Looks like we got a rolling boil in here. Yes, we do. So we're gonna stir it. Anytime you're checking the boil, or you're stirring it like I am now, make sure you hold the handles of your pot when they're on the Svea here. And now we're just gonna reduce to a simmer here. Stir it up. And then we'll let that simmer for about 7 minutes. While the rice is simmering on the Svea 123R, I got our coffee all set. Even though I don't use the 2-quart pot as much in the Ozark Trail cook set, some people, when they go out and about, they cook for a lot of people often. This is perfect. And you have 2 of them. I know some people that'll keep water in this. They'll boil water in this and then just have water there, and they'll cook with the smaller pot. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this pot. Just me personally, I don't always carry the bigger one for my purposes. Even though I use the Weekend HE cook set the majority of the time with the Svea, for a few different reasons. It doesn't mean that you can't accomplish the same tasks without spending a whole lot of money. And I think that is a big attractive feature of the Ozark Trail 3-piece cook set. This has been simmering. The rice has been simmering for 7 minutes, so that's all set to go. I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna move one of the pot stands in. 3 pot stands. And I'm gonna turn it up. There we go, perfect. We're gonna set our coffee right on that. I don't need to use the lid to put over the coffee because that's gonna boil relatively quick and I wanna keep an eye on it. Nothing like a hot meal and a hot cup of coffee coming up soon on a cold winter's day in the forest. As we're getting our boil, I'm just turning the flame down on the Svea 123R so we don't keep it at a roaring boil and it all boils over and falls onto the stove. And we're only gonna let this run for we want it for about a minute, so I'll give it about 15 more seconds and then I'll take it off. So now we can take off our coffee, turn the Svea off by going all the way to the right, left to clean it, left to clean it one more time, and the Svea did a great job. I hope I was able to give you a good look at that Ozark Trail 3-piece stainless steel cook set and my thoughts on it and a modification that I make when I am using this particular cook set. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Time is our most precious commodity, everyone, and I do not take your time for granted. I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining me, and I would like to wish you all a very happy new year. We will talk with you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.